Welcome back to yet another session of our SQL tutorials. So today we're actually going to be dealing with this financial data set. Remember the um, test you guys wrote using this financial data set. So today we're actually going to be using the same data set, but in we'll upload this data to mySQL and we'll do some manipulations. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually to convert this particular workbook into a CSV file. So I'm just going to click go to file, save as, and use my location. Click on the drop down, save as type, go to CSV UTF-8. I think I'm just so I've already done this before, but I'm gonna do it again. So convert it into a CSV file and save. And the next thing I'm going to do is actually to remove this formatting. Just going to remove this formatting for the money. I'll just convert it into numbers. What else? So I would be removing this. I'm going to be removing this, but it will still be there. Yeah, basically that will be it. Save, Ctrl S, and if I navigate to my where I saved my CSV file, I'm gonna close this. So this is my CSV file. Right click and open with Notepad. You can see it has converted. It is now converted into a format separated value file. So the next thing I'm going to do is actually to create my database and my table. So I am going to drop this database. I think it's if exists. So I'm going to say if exists drop. Yeah, I think I've forgotten the syntax for that. I'm going to drop it. I've deleted it. Then I'm going to create database call finance. Run the syntax. Everything looks like it went well. Refresh. So the first thing is to create a database called finance. The next thing is to activate that database. Tell SQL that I actually want to be using that particular database. Activate the finance database and just say use finance. And run, and then see my finance database activate. So I want to create a table called financials underscore dataset, and the column is going to be having is the column in my CSV file. So we'll go back to my CSV file. Just going to be opening with Excel. So we have segment, as the column. Our data type is variable character, and we can just put 30 or 40, depending on, I think the highest is channel partners, which is we have partners 8, another 7, 16. So I'll just say 20, which is the highest. Again, I'm just going to copy this, and because I'm too lazy, paste it. And country, Canada. Country, we have United States of America, which is, I could just say, which is the longest character. Again, there's no need for me to, but again, you can just say America is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 22, 24. So I could just say 30. Then the next is product. Then the discount is discount. I think we have the highest in discount is 6, but I'll just put 7, which is medium. So if I go and open the Excel file, I will convert it into CSV. So let me just, so this is the Excel file. So I could just come to discount band. So high, medium. So the highest number of characters is medium, which is 6. Just put 7 in case. So to be discount underscore band. The next is unit sold, which is unit sold. So to be unit underscore sold, which is integer, but I'm going to put float in this case, although it is supposed to be integer, because anything that is unit is 1, is anything multiplied by 1, so it's supposed to be 1. So we have a manufacturing price, sales price, we'll say manufacturing price. I'm going to put it as float. Anything that has to do with money, it's advisable to use float. So sales price, we have gross sold. We also have sales as a column. We have cost of goods sold and profit. So I'm going to be removing profit from this particular field, from this particular data, and the last will just be date. It will be date and the so I'll just run it. It was successful, and I just need to do is to refresh my schema. You see my table here. So the next thing I'm going to do is actually to delete the profit from this particular column and save it, and I'll then go to my table, my financial data set table, right click on it, go to table data, import wizard. I'll go to my file path. Where is this my CSV file? Is it here? Go to next, use existing table, yes, because I've already created that before. Otherwise, you can create a new table if that table doesn't exist. Next. So okay, this is supposed to be segment, but for some reason it didn't show country. uh, so you have to check that the source data, the source column actually matches with the destination date column. So the source column is your CSV file, destination column is your SQL table. You can see some um yeah, some misalignment there, from sales price, gross sold, discount. This is discount. Where is discount? Oh, I didn't add discount, did I? But that is interesting. So I think I'm going to, oh, I did not add discount. So what I'm just going to do is just to alter table, because I want to add a new column. So I'm just going to alter the table. So to add discount, because I forgot to add discount column, I'll have to alter my table. I'll say alter table, all the name of my table. I will say add column. The name of my column will be discount. Data type will be our discount column is also in money, so to be float, and that will be it. I would highlight everything, run it, and refresh my database. Right click, table data, import wizard. Pop-up will come up, and next. Everything is as is. Next. And now, okay, I'll just make sure that everything maps out right. So this discount, by the time I click on the drop down, this is discount. Sales, we have sales here. Cogs is cogs. Then the last will be date. So this will be date. We'll just check to see if everything matches. This should be segment. This actually should be segment. I don't know why it's showing like that. Country product, discount, unit sold, manufacturing. Okay, so everything looks fine. Okay, so I'm going to click next and import. Okay, so I'm getting an error of date, and that's because SQL's date format is a little bit different. So how SQL stores its date format is year, month, then day. So it's really important that we know that. So what we are now going to do is now to go back to our data set and make sure we put it in that format, so it will be year, month, day. So I can just say control 1 in my Microsoft Excel, go to date and look for okay, so we have let me see. So we have year, month, day, which is this. I'll just click on OK, and yeah, save it. I would go back to my SQL database, cancel this, we do the same process again. This is in the same location. Next, just to check in. Okay, so I think we have the gross sold. This will be discount. This will be sales. This will be cogs, and this will be a right. Check the rest to see if they match. Okay, so everything looks alright now. Click on next. Okay, so looking at these as well. So just give it a few seconds. There's no error so far. It's importing. click on show logs to see. So we have data import, which means that everything looks okay. 700 records imported. Finish. Okay, so now what I need to do is just to go to my table and view my table. So select all of the column from my what financial dataset table, and I'll just highlight everything and run. Now I have, oops, this count is 0. Okay, so we have some numbers. Good, that's good. So the next thing I want to do is to add, okay, looking at our finance table, Excel table. So we have profit, we have month number, we have month name and year. So we want to do the same thing. So we could do select all the columns from financial underscore dataset. Now what we can then do is to create a pseudo, like fake columns or temporary columns. Create fake or temporary columns using a particular query. Now for profit, we know our profit is sales minus cost of goods sold. That will be our profit. So we can then say sales minus COGS. Then we'll now give it an alias, another name as profit. We can then say to get, the next thing is to get our month number. Now we'll get our month number from the date. So there's a function called month, and you just put the column you are referring to, date as, and then say month underscore number. Then month name, there's a function called month name from the date column. Then we can do year from also the date column, and we'll say as year, give it an alias as year, and say as month underscore name, and end this query with a semicolon, run it, and we now have our month number, month name, year, profit. And you can compare the profits to see so you can actually compare the profits here. So we have 16,185. If you come to this place where the profit column is 6,185, the next is 13,210. We have 10,210, 10,890. We have 10,890, and so on. So it shows that it works. The next thing we might want to do is then to create we can then decide to mind this is a temporary column in this particular query. We can then decide to add the profit column, the month number column, the month name column, the year column as an existing column inside the financial data set table.